Dear students, welcome to our new chapter by name the typical configuration of a computer. Dear students, in this chapter we are going to discuss regarding the components of a computer. Which are the components included in the computer and what are the functions of those components and how they are useful for the human beings to perform their operations. Regarding all these things we are going to discuss in our today's chapter, and basically the components which are present under the computer, how they are useful for the human being when they are combined with the software programs, and all these things we are going to discuss in this chapter. Dear students, our chapter name is the typical configuration of a computer. Configuration means the capacity and the components which are built under the computer, those are completely called as the configuration of a computer. So we shall start with our definition. That is, what is a computer? You may explain that computer is an electronic machine or the electronic calculating machine, and in different definitions you may define the term computer. But there are some important and very familiar definitions regarding computer. This is your college level definition, because the definition of a computer includes many type of definitions. So you are in college level, so according to your level you need to define the term computer. So now I am going, this is a small, I have given up to here a small introduction about the computer system or the computer. And now we shall come to the point and we shall see what actually the computer means. Computer. What is meant by the computers? So look here, the term computer, includes a series of electrical and electronic circuits combined together to form a single unit okay, to perform the required operations of the user. To perform the required operations of the user. Okay, you may define in many ways that it is electronic calculating machine or the electronic machine which input, process and output the data, or computer is an electronic calculating machine which accept data from the user and process in it and also gives the output results. In any way you can define computer, but the familiar and the most important definition for your examination includes a series of electrical and electronic circuits. Okay, it is completely a series of electrical and electronic circuits, okay, combined together. Okay, the series of electrical and electronic circuits are combined together to form a single unit, and completely it will become a single unit, and that unit is called as a computer. Okay, and what is the use of that unit? Use of this computer is it is used to perform the required operations of the user. Okay, who is the user here? A person who will operate the computer, a person who will use the computer is called as a user. Here, in general, user means the human beings are the users. We are the users of a computer because we will use the computer. Okay, then the next point here, after the definition, we can call the computer as a not intelligent. Computer is not intelligent. Computer is not intelligent. You may think everyone say that computer is intelligent, but it will perform a lot of calculations and a lot of operations within the fraction of seconds or within the seconds. So how can we accept that computer is not intelligent? Okay, I will explain you. Computer is not at all intelligent because it will not perform any operation or any task by itself. Okay, if you just switch on the computer and keep on the table, if you stand before the computer, whether the computer will perform any operation? No, it is not possible for the computer to perform any task or any operation by itself. But the computer needs a user to operate the computer. Based on the user inputs, based on the user queries, the computer will operate and the computer will going to give you the answers and the results for your queries. Understood? So computer is called as not intelligent. How the computer will go into operate? The computer may include basically some things. One is hardware. Next is software, and one more thing is data, and the last thing is users. Okay, or the user. If we combine all these things, okay, then this will become the computer system. Become the computer system. Okay, if any one thing fail among these, or if any one thing is not present among this, then it will not become a computer system. Okay, it is not at all intelligent. It should have hardware, software, data, and user. Okay, come. How the computer system will become as operatable? Because here, if we have just hardware, okay, just the computer hardware, and we does not install any software, and we have not stored any data in the computer, and we are not using computer, okay, then it is not useful. We will think. If we have both the things, hardware and software, okay, hardware is also there and software is also we have installed into the computer, okay, then by just these two things also computer system will not work. If we store any data in the computer, then also it is not useful because no one is there to operate the computer. And finally, when the user will join these three things, hardware, software, and data, at the time the computer will operate. It will start its operation. It will start to work. It will give its operations, functions, answers, and it will answer to its queries. The queries which are asked by the users, the computer will going to answer. So by all these things, we have come to know that computer is totally not at all intelligent. It should have these things. If any one thing is missing or if any one thing is skipped, then at that time it will not become a computer system. Okay, by having all these things only, the computer will become a complete unit. Understood? Okay, this is the definition of a computer. Come, we shall see what is hardware, what is software, what is data, and what is the meant by users. We shall discuss these things one by one. First, we will take hardware. Hardware. What is meant by hardware? Okay, here in the heading itself, okay, we can come to know the actual definition of that component. Here, hardware. Okay, think hard is one word and where is another word. Okay, hard is one word and where is another word. Hard means, okay, the thing which can be able to touch. Okay, hard thing. Okay, just like I'm touching this board, or I'm holding the piece of chalk, or I'm holding a duster. These are hard things. Okay, just like the thing which can be able to touch, that is called as hard. Where means it is a component. Where means component, anything it may be. Okay, see, chalk is also a component, but this is used for writing. Okay, board is also a component. This is also used for writing. Okay, if only board is there, there is no chalk, then this will not become the teaching aid. Okay, if only chalk is there, then there is no board. At the time also, this will not become a teaching aid or the complete teaching unit. If both things are here, if duster is not there, then also it will not become the teaching unit. So the same thing here, component. Okay, where means component, any component of a computer or the thing which can be able to touch is called hard. So by these two things we have come to know that hardware means the components which we can able to touch. Those components are completely called as a hardware. Okay, right? The physical components of a computer. The physical components of a computer. The physical components of a computer is called hardware. Is called hardware. Okay, you may give some examples for this. Example is basically you know that monitor. Okay, CPU, motherboard. Okay, motherboard, and you may give many examples just like keyboard, mouse. Okay, all these things you can give as example for hardware. The physical components means the components which we can able to touch. Those components are completely called as hardware. Okay, example for this is monitor, CPU, motherboard, and so on. And many are there: mouse, keyboard, speakers, hard disk, and many are there. Webcam, many things are there. Those are called as hardware. What is meant by software? Software. Okay, as I have discussed, hard means which can able to touch. Where means it is a component. Here, soft means okay that cannot be able to touch. Okay, and where means it is also a component of a computer, but we cannot able to touch. Okay, so that type of a component we can call it as a software. It is a set of. It is a set of programs or instructions. It is a set of programs or instructions. Set of programs or instructions. As you have learned in your first PUC, the C++ programming. Okay, you have executed many outputs for many of the programs. Okay, and that type of programs, that this is just for your example purpose. Okay, that type of programs, if we combine, then it will become a set of program or the set of instructions, then that can be called as a software. And we cannot able to touch the software, because just we can visualize, they are visible to us, just we can see and we can accept or we can imagine, okay, that this is a software. Okay, we can see the software but we cannot able to touch, so that is called as a software. Examples are many, examples are there for software, just like operating system, operating system. Okay, then many are there, and in softwares also many types are there. Later we shall discuss operating system, then MS Office. Okay, if you take your own thing, that is C++. Okay, and this year you are having the practical lab of SQL. This is also a software. Okay, the things which are installed inside the computer are called as a software. Inside the computer hardware, those things are called as software. Okay, two things I think you have understood regarding hardware and software. And the third thing, which is data. Okay, this data, regarding data we have discussed in our previous chapter, that is in data structures. I have explained you regarding data. The same definition you can give here, because the definition of data will be same in every place. Definition means, data means the collection of raw facts. The collection of raw facts. The collection of raw facts. And these raw facts may be text, okay, images, documents, okay, documents, etc. This is called as data, the collection of raw facts. So the raw facts are text, images, documents, etc. The things, okay, in our own words we can define data as the things which we are going to store inside the computer memory. Those things are completely called as a data, and these things are also called as the raw facts. The things which we will store inside the computer memory or inside the computer storage, those things are called as data. And software is also a part of a data. Okay, we can take software is also as a part of data, because software is also stored inside the computer storage or the computer memory. Next come user. User, who is the user? We are the users, a person who will operate or use the computers. The computer is called as a user. So we are the users of a computer. Okay, as we have know that no one can use the computer, no one can operate except human beings. Okay, robots will operate, that is the other thing. Okay, but as the human will operate the computer, no other person will operate the computer. And one more thing, one more definition here we can give, a person who will operate or use the computer is called as a user. And one more thing, a person who will create the computer programs, who will create the computer programs. Okay, you will also create the programs you have created in your first PUC. many C++ programs you have created. So by this definition, you will also become the user of a computer. At almost, okay, the human beings are the users of a computer. Hope you have understood that. Okay, hardware, software, data, and user. If all these things are present, then only we can say that the computer system is a complete computer system. If anything we have left, then that will not become a computer system. So you have understood the definition and the some smaller definition regarding the components of a computer. Come, we shall see the block diagram of a computer. In your first year also, we have discussed, and you are familiar and you are okay with the block diagram of a computer. But this year also, the same topic included in your syllabus. Okay, so we shall see the block diagram of a computer. Review of block diagram of a computer. Review of block diagram of a computer. Okay, now we are going to discuss regarding the block diagram of a computer as we have discussed in our previous years. Okay, I want space, so I will write the block diagram here. This is the input unit, and this is the output unit. Then this is storage unit, and this can be called as just a minute. Yeah. storage unit. Storage unit here. Right. This complete thing will be called as the complete thing will be called as SCP. Here, secondary storage. Secondary storage, then primary storage, then CU. This can be called as CU, that is control unit. Then this is AN, arithmetical logic unit, like this, and this will be like this. So this is the block diagram of a computer, as we have discussed in our previous years. Okay, this is the block diagram of a computer. Now we have to discuss the things one by one regarding the block diagram of a computer. What is input unit? What is output unit? Okay, then what is storage unit and what is CPU? Among these things, what is secondary storage, what is primary storage, then what is CU, what is ALU, and one more thing, that is the registers. So now we are going to discuss regarding these things. So what is meant by input unit? Input unit. Input unit means the unit which is used to feed data to the computer or to give instructions to the computer. The unit used to give instructions to the computer or the unit used to input data to the computer. Input data to the computer is called as the input unit. Okay, remember one thing, I am not asking you regarding input devices. Okay, the complete combination of the input devices will be called as an input unit. Understood? The input devices like keyboard, mouse, webcam, okay, mic, scanner, then joystick, all these things comes under input unit. If we discuss regarding one by one, that is what is keyboard, what is mouse, what is joystick, or what is scanner, or what is webcam, okay, then it will become the input, then they will become the input devices individually. Okay, and combining all these things we can call it as input unit. So example here is keyboard, mouse, okay, webcam, okay, this can be the camera which will use by the computer, which will be used by the computer, that is called as webcam, then scanner, etc. Okay, all these things we can collectively call as input unit. See here, input unit, giving input. Okay, one more thing you need to remember while writing the block diagram of a computer, you need to give the direction of the arrows properly. Direction of the arrows properly. Okay, look here. This is moving from this side and this is moving this side. Okay, then one up and one down. Here one up, one down. Like this, you have to give the directions in the block diagram of computer. Okay, while writing the block diagram, remember the directions. Okay, and what is the use of this input unit? After giving data from the input unit, the computer will accept the data and it will process in it. So the devices or the components or the unit which is used to input data to the computer, or which is used to feed the instructions, or which is used to give the instructions to the computer, okay, that unit we can collectively call as the input unit. Examples are there, okay, keyboard, mouse, webcam, scanner, joystick, etc. So this is regarding input unit. Okay, come we shall see what is output unit. Output unit. Okay, we have discussed input unit and we are now discussing the output unit. Here, the unit which give which gives the result of processed data in the form of output, in the form of output, okay, is called output unit. Okay, when we give data from input unit to the computer, then at that time what will happen, it will process the data. Processing means just we have typed something, we have typed a letter, and the typing process has done inside the computer, inside the CPU, and the typing process is again visualized by the monitor, and after type completion of typing the letter, we can take its output as the printout, that is the hard copy, or we can see in the monitor the soft copy. Okay, that is the thing here explained here. The unit which gives the result after processing, we are typing. If we type something after typing, okay, it will display in the monitor. Okay, before typing whether it will be able to display, no. If you type a, if you press a, okay, after leaving key only it will show you a. Okay, that is called the processing, the result of processing the data. Okay, the unit which gives the result of processing data in the form of result of the processed data in the form of output. Okay, here look, after processing, okay, the data can be taken out as hard copy from the printer, as hard copy from the printer, from the printer. Okay, and this can be called as a printout. Then after processing, as sound copy, as sound, okay, from the speaker, from the speakers. Okay, if you play something, look here, the output may be of different type. The first type is that is visual on the monitor, that is a soft copy. If you give print, then it will be printed on the paper, that is called as hard copy. Printer is also an output device, monitor is also an output device. Then if you play any songs, okay, at the time the speaker will give you the output of a sound, and that is also called as a output device. Okay, as we have discussed in our first PUC regarding printers, many types of printers, among that plotter is a type of a printer. Okay, if you take printout from the plotter, then plotter is also called as an output device. Okay, here many are the examples. Example, monitor, okay, then printer, then speaker, etc. Okay, all these things are called as the output unit. They are completely called as output unit. If we take one by one, then they will become the output devices. then complete combination of output devices will be called as the output unit. Hope you have understood this. Next come to CPU. CPU. Okay. What is meant by CPU? In general, you can say this can be called as the brain of a computer. Yes, I will accept. It is the brain of a computer. Okay, brain of a computer. Brain of a computer. But what actually the work of a CPU? The work of a CPU is that it controls coordinates coordinates and manages the operations of a computer. Manages the operations of a computer. Okay, this can be called as a brain of a computer, but it is the most important component of a computer. Understood? You will think that this complete works as a CPU. No, that's wrong. Okay, inside the CPU you are having a chip like this, and this chip is having many pins. Okay, and that is called as a CPU. Like this, you are having pins. So this is called as a CPU, and the CPU is only this part. Okay, and this CPU includes CU, ALU, and registers. Okay, CPU includes CU, ALU, and registers. Okay, according to your thinking, okay, it's a brain of computer, but it controls, coordinates, and manages the operations of a computer. Okay, next. CPU has, I have said, that is three things: CU, ALU, and registers. It includes three things: ALU, CU, and registers. CU, ALU, and registers. One by one, we shall see what is ALU. ALU. This can be called as arithmetic and logic unit. Arithmetic and logic unit. What is the work of this arithmetic and logic unit? It performs all the arithmetic and logical operations. It performs all the arithmetic and logical operations of a computer. Operations of a computer. Okay. Arithmetic operations and logical operations of a computer. This is the work of arithmetic and logic unit. Next we shall see what is CU, control unit. Control unit. Okay. CU. Okay, this can be called as the control unit. Okay. Control unit means, what is the work of a control unit? The working of a control unit is that it controls the overall operations of the computer. The overall operations of a computer. What are the overall operation means what? Here, the overall operation means, that is the flow of data. Okay, the flow of data. If we feed any data to the computer, whether it is flowing correctly to the correct device or the correct component or not, like this thing. And if the data is processed, then whether the data is giving exact output or not. Okay, that is called the flow of data. So here control unit will control basically the overall operations of a computer. Next come the last thing under CPU, that is registers. Registers. What are these things? They are very small components on the in the CPU, inside the CPU. Okay, the small components of a CPU. The small components of a CPU. Okay, they are used. They can be used, or they are used to. They are used to store, or they are used for storage purpose. For storage purpose. This can be used for storage purpose. They are called as registers. They are very small in size, like this. Okay, they are situated, or they are built inside the CPU. So don't think that this complete box is a CPU. A small unit inside the box, or inside the cabinet, that is called as a CPU. In this CPU, there are three things. One is ALU, CU, and one more thing, that is registers. In block diagram, registers are not shown. Okay, don't get confused. But while explaining, you have to explain the registers. Okay, hope you have understood my today's class regarding computer and the block diagram of a computer. Okay, in our next class, we are going to discuss the motherboard and types of motherboard and some other components of the computer. So, dear students, if you have any doubts regarding today's class, you can ask me personally. Thank you.